Yo, what up, guys? We got a very interesting one here today. This is my absolute dream team, and I've talked about it before. Well, not the one you see here on screen, but we are on the account of Beastrix, a very well-known person in the Siege community, absolute Siege legend. But he asked me, but he told me, it's like, oh, you really like Talisman? I got Talisman, and I also got the units you want to showcase with this. So he put 3 Talisman teams. I did optimize to the way that I like them most. The Chiwu team, I don't really like that one too much because you're then bound by the Debra of, well, just Death Breaks, which isn't that great. But this first team is absolutely my dream team. This team, I would use a secondary team, but he also has a team with an ISIS. So there's a lot of good options on this account. And we're just going to do a few hits, then I'll go showcase the runes, and I'll showcase how good it is in the first case, because this team can probably destroy about everything. If this has some crazy runes to it, and Beastrix definitely does have some pretty darn good runes to it, this can just annihilate everything, and everything super fast, super quick, no tomorrow. I asked him already, like straight up, like, yo, can I do a few refreshes? Because otherwise this video is gonna be like 3 minutes, and we gotta climb a little bit of points to actually get anywhere of maybe getting a little bit contested on, like, can we actually kill those things? Because currently we're ranked 3k-ish, it's not that high. Hitting a few Björnchels, well, it is after the balanced patch, so Björnchels are easier to kill, but let's actually see how much easier they are to kill. Like, how much damage would we do compared to the other units right now? Let's see, we one-shot the Björnchel. Holy shit, this is so strong. I'm not too sure. I haven't fought any Björnchels on my own account yet, so I'm not sure how strong it is if I would fight that on my own account. But there's no RNG to it. Nephthys is without RNG. Nephthys is also 15 crit rate, so against Camillas there's little to no RNG there as well. Tiana has no RNG, and this just straight up kills everything. It's just straight up 50k across the board. Everything dies. Let's see if we got in a little bit higher rank. If it does get a little bit more difficult. Because that might be okay against Amduets. Amduets you can't hit with this. You can hit this. The only issue is that if this thing is swift, it will be kind of bad. And this thing will come back with the revenge. Might be bad as well. Because the Talisman is not that much on HP. You could do this thing with the ISIS. I am not sure if this is going to be a Swift Rakan. If it is a Swift Rakan, it might end up pretty bad, but I do think it's Tiana. If you would build this, I would build the Tiana on 100 res on Will, so it's very less likely for stuff to happen. In this case, it is still kind of iffy. Does the ISIS actually land everything? And it does land everything, and then it's just everything done. I would say if you don't have an ISIS, but you do have a Nephthys and a Talisman, I would probably just put a Mephisto in here, because in the end, the other passes I don't really care too much about. I'm mainly just scared in that scenario for the passive of the Samath, because it comes back, it hits a lot. But in this case, a Mannnn. Normally with a Mannnn, it would be a little bit more annoying as well. You could put an Adrian in that slot, so at least you get immunity. That is definitely an option. Or you just make it that... wait, we did get the Oblivion right. Yeah, the other one is the Silence. So, well, then it's still super easy kills. So far, I haven't even had to use the second skill once. And keep in mind, you have a second skill as well, so that's just absolutely absurd. I'm not sure what the interaction will be on this one. If I kill the Tiana in one, or the Triana in one hit, will she got a turn if she comes back to life? Isn't it? I think it is most right that is revived from the Vanessa, and most left that is saved from the Triana, but could be wrong in that. Let's see what happens. So we kill everything in one hit. And, oh wait, it was silent, so it doesn't matter. So 12k on that S2. This, man, if I use this in arena offense, this is why this is my dream team, man. If I use this in arena offense, everything is just straight up dead. Like, very, very dead. So in this case, I haven't used the one with the Debra yet. It's like, in case that there is slightly bit of tanky, annoying stuff, we just add in a very simple Debra, and Debra, it's not even tuned to move. Like, I legit don't even care. I could use it as a backup armor break on that right now, but I think it is totally fine to just use it like this and then just kill it like that, and then we can always go for a backup over there and then hit like 40k over, just 14. It's not that much, but this is all the Talisman and the Nephthys bad, but also that hit just straight up at the first place. That's just absolutely absurd and insane. So I'm trying to get to a range where we would fight a little bit stronger of defenses, and the moment we had stronger defenses, let's see if this stuff still works, but So far, man, I'm loving this team. This is absolutely my dream team. With this team, you can easily hit like a team every minute. Easily. Probably even more than that. So yeah, you do still have the Camilla issue in this scenario. Might be that it is actually stronger to go for the Isis in this position, because then you don't fight the Camilla passive most likely. But if Nefty's on 15 crit rate, we just simply decide not to crit. Life would also be so easy. So in this case, could we outspeed this? Yeah, I do think so. Like the Camilla is pretty fast. I'm not going to show how fast it is, but it is pretty fast. And you don't even need that much of a fast talisman to follow up. And yeah, if the Triton is unruined, it is not that hard to outspeed it. But let's see if that other Björnchill was just kind of weak, or it's just easy to one-shot Björnchills right now. Because, yeah, it seems that Björnchill one-shotting is a lot more a thing right now. Maybe we have to build our Björnchills on HP right now not to get one-shot in Arena, because that seems like a thing that we might one-shot. Or it's just the talisman being that incredibly fucking strong, man. I absolutely love this team. I want a talisman so bad. I would say that for some RTA units, like sure, I would, if I had a blessing and there would be a talisman and then a very good RTA unit like a Laura, I would probably take that Laura. Or like a Ragdoll, I would probably take that Ragdoll. But if it's something that's slightly mediocre, I will probably take that talisman, man. People are gonna call me as like, yo, you fucking crazy, man. But I'll take that talisman, man. It's just with the Nefties, it's so fucking good. Even without the Nefties, it is still very good. You would have to do a similar team without a speed lead, though. That is kind of the issue of that. Why do we keep critting that, man? I think the crit rate should be 15. I'm gonna check the runes of that one after that. I'm pretty sure it's 15. Okay, misses that. That is totally fine. If you have good enough stats on the Kabila and also on, well, pretty much all three of them, then it's totally fine to clean that up. So let's actually showcase the runes for a little bit, because we're clearing just super fast. So first of all, Nefty's 15 crit rate. Doesn't look like 15 crit rate. It's just triple fight. You don't even need that great of like speed on it. Tiana, I would recommend a 100 resistance Tiana, but this is also kind of fine. I do recommend the Will. This thing is just full on damage. I would say pretty decent artifacts. 19 on here, 7 on there. That definitely helps. We got another 13 and an 8, and then all of that helps quite a bit. And then stats pretty decent. And then yeah, Isis, simply triple fight. Well, almost triple fight. I couldn't find an accuracy slot 6 fight, so that's it is 4.5 fight, maybe that. Or 5.5 fight, so that doesn't really count. And then Deborah is also just fight, so that's pretty straightforward team, right? Pretty straightforward team. Wait, how does this work with an Isis? Does the Nyx passive work before the Isis, so therefore Isis lands less? I'm actually not sure about that. Never actually tried that interaction. So interesting interaction. Let's find out. Does the Nyx passive write anything? Doesn't seem to write anything, so then it's just a very simple yeet. Man, I'm loving this unit. That's very low odds of anything surviving, and if anything survives, you get that second skill up, and that second skill is still like a good like 30 to 40k damage. It's just absolutely insane. Also for these kind of teams, I think we can just simply do this. Even with the Kaki in there. Kaki doesn't really do anything. First hit does way too much damage. Second hit, probably easy cleanup. Is that Nefty is going to take a turn based on Nefty's getting a slow, though? That could be a thing. We do get the counter over there. No turn for the Juno. Or not the Nefties, I mean the Juno. So that's, yeah, this one. Man, you're not going to survive that second hit. That second hit just makes it so strong. Even the second hit, no crits, 5k. Easy. And this thing is just so good because of self-attack buff. Self everything. So okay, against TLNs, you can't use that. That's the only thing that you can't hit. Very tanky team. I do know Neo has pretty good runes, plus this thing is gonna give a passive of 15 damage reduction to all of those three. Let's see if we can hit that. I could have went for the Isis for anti buffs or anti passives. I'm not even sure if it would work on the passive of you. Probably it does, but it's this kind of like passive active kind of thing. But yeah, we can also just one-shot the whole shenanigans more or less with just something simple like that. That is also totally an option. I think that Deborah should be 15 crit rate. I'm not sure if I made the Deborah 15 crit rate, but it would be nice to give like that backup armor break to this thing the moment it is needed. For the cleanup, I would say Talisman isn't as good as like an Alicia maybe would be, because it takes, well, no, it doesn't even take that much time to get your skills back up. So yeah, no, it doesn't take that much time at all. Plus you keep 2 turns of attack buff and crit rate buff, so that is quite a lot. So even a cleanup is not that hard at all. And I do know that Niu has pretty good runes, is a very tanky team in the first place, so that definitely still works to clean out that whole thing. Let's work into a Samath. I think in this case, only the Samath would survive, nothing else would survive that first hit. And then there's, I don't think that the 2 on the left are that tanky. I don't think the Talisman is that tanky, but I am pretty sure that the Tiana will survive that, and then we just go from the Tiana. Man, it's just 55k across the board, man. There's nothing survives this shit. Oh, that's a nice interaction, but then we just clear from here. That's kind of how I expected it to be. These 2 to be useless, that one to be useless for the cleanup, but in the end, super easy cleanup. And this video is not even running that long, and we cleared already I don't know how many teams. I started with full wings. At the start of the video, I did showcase the runes on this video, and I think this video currently is 11 minutes in. I also did an intro, if I don't get anything in the video, and I did already do 15 hits. This is hit number 16. I've never cleared arena offense this incredibly fast. Like, sure, it is still a lot of hits that are lower up and kind of stuff. In this case, it might be a little bit worse because actually this Savannah also has a second life, so that part is a little bit worse. And there's very good odds that you won't survive that Samath. So the Tiana has to clean up 2 units in this case, but this thing will keep all of the debuffs. Like back in the old days, this thing actually removed all debuffs on death. It was so OP. So yeah, in this case, you go for that. Oh, we don't die, so we get a second turn and then we clear everything. Making a Talisman slightly bit more tanky is maybe a nice thing and not go full for damage. But in the end, hey, we like full damage. Oh, this... Yep, we like to see this. It has all kinds of damage reduction. We're not even going to throw the Isis in. Just a Deborah. And let's see if we can one-shot those things as well. So I'm very curious to see Björnchel one-shotting. Can we do it? We kill both of the Björnchels. It's just the Camilla that's surviving. So against the Camilla, I guess the Isis would do quite a bit better, because then you can actually do like proper amounts of damage to it. So for Camillas, I can see Isis being better than this. But anything else, I would say that this is simply just better. Okay, you killed that. That is still fine. And then we clean up over here. So yeah, definitely if I would use this Tiana on damage, water would be nice. Just for the cleanup. So we have 2 wings. This one would be a little bit more difficult because we do get crits in. I'm not sure how much it would start moving based on those crits. But this we can absolutely hit with just this one. Man, this team, I just need a Talisman. Then I can run both of these teams. Yeah, sure, I can't run the Isis one, but I think the Isis one isn't even that interesting. Because Isis is the only... You bring RNG to the most non-RNG team. And that's the thing that makes this so good. It's just non-RNG. There's simply no RNG to this. It just insta-clears, man. It is so freaking strong. What is currently the highest rank? 1600. Ah, we can beat that. We can easily get there. This kind of team, no problem whatsoever. Like, I'm barely even skipping teams. Well, sure, it's not Rush. And Rush people have harder teams out there. But I can absolutely see most of the meta teams very much die against this. Absolutely. It's just the Camillas that take a little bit longer to kill. That's pretty much the only thing. But even Björnchel. Not sure if it's the Björnchel nerf, Talisman being this good, or Beastrix having that OP of runes. And we're gonna go another set because I'm just enjoying too much. I'm literally just enjoying too much. I want to go for another set. Oh, with this thing, I'm just gonna try it. Let's see if the Nyx actually does any armor break removals. And then let's see if I do need to clean up and how that goes and stuff. So curious to see how that would work. So we actually don't need to strip anything in this position, but that is still the boost. We do get armor break on 2, and we didn't even land the silence on this one. Okay, that is pretty bad. But we still at least kill 1, which means we will get the second turn. And because us getting the second turn, we clean up everything. We only needed to kill 1 unit, and the Talisman is still like rampaging through all of these defenses like it's nothing. Oh, that one is too easy. Let's refresh. We're ranked 38 already. Okay. This isn't in the quadrant where defense tend to get better. Amduats, I can't really hit with this team. I'm honest in that one. Amduats is pretty much where I would cross the line of like, no, that's going to get too much turn, plus Amduat Dark, Talisman Light. You're probably going to end up with a stun on your face. So that is not that great. But as long as you outspeed with that Kabila, life is easy. Life is easy. Nothing is going to get a turn. Sure, you may go for the counter. You push up, not enough. And we go for an insta-kill. Okay, this is the point where we see, that's why you can see like the G3 runes compared to like the other runes where a Vanessa might survive that, but hey, you might survive, doesn't do shit anyways. Let's see on this one. I would say that we might have a slight issue with that Samath. I don't think any of the other things would survive a first hit in the first place. Could be, of course, the Juno going for a counter. That could be pretty bad. Doesn't go for a counter. I think I kill everything in one hit, kill everything in one hit, this comeback. And doesn't fully kill, and then we kill. Yep, this is... and I think for Claw, this is close to the normal defense he's actually using as well. So this is just insane, man. I think I'm gonna do like a 15-minute video, and in that 15-minute video, I do like 30 hits. Well, it's not gonna be that much, but it's getting close to. It's literally getting close to. I've never seen this many things die. This is just absolutely a dream team. It's just so satisfying to time and time again. 2-3 hits. No armor break misses, no long fights, no RNG, just straight and simple. We snap everything, we kill everything, go on to the next match. It's so satisfying. In this case, I'm actually not sure how the interaction is on the Federica. Probably the Federica's gonna take its turn, kill the Triana, and then it just dies afterwards or something like that. No, wait, there's actually a strip in that second skill, isn't there? So yeah, we're gonna get the turn, we get the strip, oh man, the talisman just keeps getting better. I forgot it also strips. I just went in, I was like, that's probably fine. Like, she could take a hit, Diana dies, whatever. Like, nope, we just strip that, and it's even better. Is this thing going to outspeed me? Nope, doesn't outspeed me. Well, that is very fine, and it just means that you're super dead. Well, it's just a Camilla. I just keep critting on 15 on a Camilla. Nefty, stop critting. Wouldn't life be freaking nice if you wouldn't crit all the time? Armor break, nice. So at least you have an S2 on this one. Yep, a little bit more damage. Fast on the cleanup, and an S2 for a simple cleanup. Still pretty fast cleanup, even if the Nefties decides to suck and crit on 15. So we have another 4 hits left. We're getting pretty close to top ranks. Amdowats, as mentioned, can't hit. Those guys already hit before. Molly's would not recommend to hit. This thing, you would absolutely kill yourself against. That we could actually do this with you. I don't think that the other units are tuned though. Even if his Wajet moves early, I don't think, like, even with this, are you tuned? Nope, you're not tuned, expected that. So let's see how it goes from here. Sure, I can't hit properly on that thing. I do have to land it on both of those. Okay, I do land on both of those. Did I get armor break on both? I got armor break on both, and that kills, and that kills. Easy. LD team, where LD team? We got an LD team over here. Easiest match of my life, man. This one, okay, we definitely want to... This one I would not recommend to do without a Isis, though. Like, this is probably something I would maybe skip. But let's see, Isis. How much can you land? Even if you land like half of it-ish, no, actually lands everything. Isis being consistent. If Isis was always that consistent, she'd be a very good unit. Beastrix, your account is too OP, man. Your account is absolutely too OP. I'm having too much fun with this, man. I don't want to go back to my own account now. This case we could do... let's just drop in another case with a little Deborah. Deborah's definitely good enough to outspeed here. Ooh, that Juno is decently fast. Is the Juno going to cut on the speed buff? With that, does cut on the speed buff. That doesn't matter. You try to strip. Strip what? I don't have the buffs yet. And then yeet, we kill everything. That is how it looks like if the Camilla doesn't have the armor breaks removed. Man, yeah, if it stunned me, then I would have for sure been dead. Like, that is definitely not a maybe. But if these things are like semi-fast on these units, it could be a little bit bad as well. But this one is not going to be fast, and then we can definitely hit it once again with the Isis. Oh man, with the Isis in the end, I thought I was not going to be using the Isis that much, but if they have 4 passives, Isis does become very tempting, right? Isis does become pretty interesting if it's still consistent. It did miss just the silence on you, which we don't care about, and then everything is dead. So yeah, my timer says 90 minutes and 30 seconds. And in that time, we did 30 hits, and we climbed from rank 4,000 to rank 8. This is absolutely freaking insane, man. I really want those kind of units. That's just absolutely absurd. He also has a Farad, but if I had a talisman, wouldn't even use the Farad. It's just too freaking good, man. And the talisman, Nice runes, nice runes. I'm not even sure if I can make a better one than this, but there is a thing that you can do siege hits with all kinds of offense units, even if you don't own the unit. So I'm gonna try a talisman on my account. So if you want to see that video, like this video, subscribe to the channel. Once again, Beastrix, thanks a lot for letting me showcase this absolutely dream team that I see over here. I definitely enjoyed making this video a lot. I hope you enjoyed watching it, guys. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. If you would like to see more guides, join the Discord and check out the content tab, which has the dungeon guide archive and the video guide archive, which contains all of the guides that you need. Hope to see you there.